Good morning, students. I hope you all are good. In the last lecture, we have completed till the 4 types of teeth that you can see at the start of this chapter. So today we are going to read about this teeth. What are they? What type of teeth are there? How many kinds are there? What are the important functions of there? All this about in this chapter. And the next topic will be the structure of tooth, what it defines, in what way we can look after, what are the important parts of a tooth, and the last topic will be digestion of teeth will be there. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Teeth are 4 types we have read out in last lecture. The first one is incisor, second one is canines, third one is premolars, and last one is molars. And these all 4 types of teeth are present in our mouth, and we can see each have a different shape, size, and particularly look just similar to each other, but it's different in size. So now discuss what is about. Do you know incisors? What are they? Incisors are found in the front of the mouth. They are chisel shaped and mainly used for biting and cutting. So the function of incisors are to, as we take in food, we used to bite and cut them, and they are found in the front of the mouth. Canines next to the incisors are the canines. Just after canines, we see there are next type of teeth that we call canines. These are pointed and sharp and are used for pressing and tearing pieces of food. All this process takes in mouth only, that we have studied earlier. First portion for that nutrition in humans, it was ingestion. As we take food from our mouth, so before making it insoluble, all the process takes inside the mouth, and the first one, that is tongue, and second teeth, they used to help to do such things in our mouth only. The third portion comes premolars. Premolars are the chewing. We can say that they used to chew is chabana. As we are taking food, we used to crush them, grind them, so that the food which we have taken used to be complex, but while grinding and chewing, they used to become a little bit soluble. They are broad and flat. They chew and grind food and convert them into fine pieces. This is the function of premolars. Next there comes the different types of teeth. See how in shape and size they used to look each other. This is an incisor, first one. Second one is canine. Third one is premolar, and fourth one is molar. That means out of 4 these, molar is the looking like similar to premolars, but they are in larger shape. Okay, up till here I think it's clear that this type of the 4 teeth you can move around and you can look after in your teeth. The next comes molars. Molars are similar to premolars but are larger. They are also used to chew and grind food. The same function for both molars and premolars. Both the things they used to do, grind and chew the food to make them in fine pieces. Now, according to this table, you can understand that how many types of teeth are present in each jaw, because you know your mouth has been divided and there are 2 types of jaw. 2 different jaws are there, which each jaw contains four types of teeth, that is incisor, canines, premolars and molars, in how many numbers and what their functions do to our mouth while we are taking food. Come, let's see. Incisors, numbers of teeth in each jaw is 4 and total number of teeth of each jaw is 8. That means upper jaw and lower jaw. In both the jaws, total number of incisor teeth are 8 and their function is biting and cutting. Next is canine. Number of teeth in each jaw is 2 and total number of teeth in each jaw is 4. Okay, and the function of canine is tearing. Like that, premolars are number in 4 and total number is 8 and their function is chewing and grinding. Same as molars, but their number is more. Molars and premolars are both same. They having similar functions, but the number in jaws or in counting, molars are more. That is, they are total number in 6 and therefore in both the jaws they contains 12 and the same function is chewing and grinding. So there the total comes 8 plus 4 plus 8 plus 12, that is 32. So in this way 32 teeth are confirming and you know that we have 32 teeth. Next, that structure of teeth topic we are taking. We have studied about structure of topic, in what way they are doing. With the help of a diagram also I am going to explain you. Okay, now next comes to structure of topic. Each tooth has a following parts. That is, first, root. It is the part of the tooth embedded into jaw. They all are fixed to both the jaws. It may be upper or lower in both the jaws. Crown is the top part of the tooth outside the gums, that I have already shown in you. Structure of tooth. Neck is the part between the root and the crown. You know very well that in the structure which we have discussed now only, in that you can see clearly and clarify these sentences on your own self, that where they are situated in a structure of tooth. Okay, the tooth is internally made up of what are the main portions to actually a tooth is prepared. That was enamel. Enamel, we can pronounce it enamel. It is the white part of the teeth and it is the hardest substance in our body that we can see. This is a tooth structure and by this you can understand now. See, the white hardest part is called enamel. This is a root canal. This is the neck of the tongue. This structure can make you understand. See what are the important parts that we are going to read about next portion in the chapter. See, dentine, pulp cavity, root canal, gum tissue, bone cement, nerves and blood vessels. These all are main important parts. Crown is the top part of the tooth outside the gums that you can see, and enamel is the hardest part of the teeth. So now we are going to read out structure of teeth in a fluent manner or in a proper way, that you can understand what should we do for teeth and can understand it carefully. So that first one was enamel. There comes the next, that is dentine. Dentine is like a bone structure and it is hard. Now what we should take care of our teeth? What we should do while taking care of teeth? The bacteria, food particles and the saliva together form a thin sticky layer called plaque. Plaque, plaque, on the surface of the teeth. Plaque that isn't washed away by brushing produces acids, and this acid dissolves the hard tooth animal, and tiny holes appear on the surface of the animal, which slowly get bigger until one large hole appears, and this is called cavity, that is khalistan. We can say means that what happens if we are not taking care properly or we are not brushing on daily basis, it will take a severe way, or we can say that it causes a bigger larger hole in our animal portion, and this called cavity. Next, what should we do for the proper care of teeth? There are some important precautions we should take, that avoid sticky and starchy food and sweet chocolates, toffees, ice creams and etc. These are the things we should avoid in our food. Limitations must be there while taking this type of foods. Properly brush your teeth every day in the morning and again before going to bed. What happens? We should brush our teeth on daily basis so that we can have a proper care about our tooth. You know very well from first class you are reading out that you should brush your teeth twice in a day. That is early to bed and early to rise. We can say as we are just waking up in the morning or as we are going to sleep, we should have to brush our teeth. Next, eat self-cleaning food such as raw vegetables, carrots, radish, cabbage, fresh fruits, particularly citrus fruits. You know what is raw vegetables? Raw. What does the raw means? Raw means actually what happened? Cooked is that we have prepared that vegetable with spices, oil, water, salts, etc. And raw we can say kacha, bina paka hua. So mostly we used to have in our diet like that salads we can say. So they are good for our teeth if you are taking. And fruits mainly those which contains citrus like that oranges. We should have such type of fruits which should take care of our teeth. Wash your mouth thoroughly with water after every eating. That is also understood by you that after every eating we should take proper wash of our mouths thoroughly so that if any type of food is stuck to our mouth or teeth, it can be washed away and it not be there. If it stays there overnight, then we should causes a problem or it should damage our teeth portion, may create cavities. I hope so that you can understand up till here that what we should take care of teeth, how we should take care of our teeth, in what way we should take precautions for our teeth. After reading out that portion, that is about teeth, structure of a teeth, taking care of teeth and precautions should be taken after teeth, we are going to start with a new topic, that is digestion of food. So you know that digestion of food takes place in different 5 steps. So we are going to read about step by step today. The first step is in mouth. Directly you can understand that from mouth only the digestion starts as we take food from our mouth. The process of digestion starts in the mouth itself where the food is mixed with saliva. Saliva is secreted by salivary glands, contains digestive juices which helps in the breakdown of starch into sugar. You know very well that how starch is to be converted into sugar, and is this process what happens when we are taking food in our mouth, the saliva which is secreted by our glands in our mouth is already just mixed with the foods and make it simpler in soluble substance. I know that you have already read about digestion in human beings, but it is a revision for that. So now you can understand it carefully step by step. Now in esophagus or the food pipe, the swallowed food passes from the mouth to the stomach through a pipe or through a passage, we can say, called it out, that runs along the neck and the chest. It is the esophagus only. We can say the food pipe of our body is known as esophagus. From the mouth, the food runs through this pipe to the stomach and the completes their process in stomach, where there are different parts which also take parts in the digestion or helps in digestion. Food is passed down by the movements of the wall of the food pipe. No digestion takes place here. What happened while during that pipe, in the space between stomach and mouth, the food moves through out of that pipe, the digestion does not take place there until it comes to the end of the stomach. And at times what happens, if food is not accepted by stomach, we feels vomiting. You know what is vomiting? I think everyone knows. If not, that उल्टी हो जाती है ना. अगर हमें वो खाने की इच्छा नहीं होती और हम ज़बरदस्ती खाएंगे तो हमें उल्टी हो जाएगी. That things only occurs while we are taking any type of food and it is not accepted by our stomach, we starts vomiting. Now comes third phase, that is stomach. What happens in stomach? You know that our stomach is a J-shaped bag like structure made up of muscles. It receives food from the food pipe. The stomach secretes gastric juice and hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid kills microorganisms and provide a acidic medium for effective digestion. What happens? You know that very well. In look-wise or diagram-wise, we can say that stomach is in J-shaped. And what happens when we are taking food from the food pipe? There the stomach secretes this type of juices, that is secrete and hydrochloric acid, and this hydrochloric acids helps it or kills the microorganisms which create acidic medium to our body during digestion. For effective purpose they are used up. The gastric juice contains an enzyme called pepsin which helps to break proteins into simpler substances. The food remains in the stomach for 1 to 4 hours depending on the type of food. So what happens? Pepsin, which is produced by or secreted by gastric juice, it helps to break down proteins into the simpler form that we are taking from our food, and this food remains in our stomach for 1 to 4 hours. That can depends on the type of the food. So for digestion of food, we have studied here 3 phases. That is what happens when we take food from mouth, then going through esophagus, coming to stomach. The process we have read out. These are all the enzymes or the glands which secretes enzymes or juices which helps them in the process of digestion. In the next lecture we are going to read more about large intestine, small intestine, liver, pancreas, which same thing helps in the digestion of human beings. Okay, but on the basis of today's topic, I have given you some questions that you have to do as a homework in your notebooks, and these are: that will be in your assignment. First one is write the correct word in place of underlined words to make the statement true. That means I have written here 4 sentences. They are wrong, but the word that is underlined, at this you have to search or you have to go through the video carefully and you will get the right answer for this answer. That is, gastric juice is secreted by salivary glands. You know where the salivary glands are present, and salivary glands present secretes gastric juice. So you will write the answer over here. False teeth in frog are called pseudopodia. What we have written in nutrition in amoeba, from there you can read out and you get the answer. The tongue has small bitter buds on its surface. You know that tongue has different types of buds on their surface, and you can test about your food which you are taking. So put here the right answer. An enamel is the black part of the teeth. Just now we have read the structure of teeth, so you can understand which is right or which is wrong. So write the functions of different types of food of teeth. This is the second question. Third, give some suggestions for proper care of teeth and gums that we have studied just now. And what does stomach secretes, and write its functions. There are 2 types of juices secretes by stomach, and what they helps or what they are functions to do in the digestion of human beings in stomach, you can write here. These are the questions based on your today's lecture. So complete this in your notebook, and in the next class we are going to read about the more steps of digestion of human beings that I have already said you, which will be our main focused topics for the next lecture. Thank you for today.